he's Boston's newest meteorologist.
Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Eric Fisher. Beautiful weather out there for this weekend.
But when it comes to New England weather, Eric Fisher is no newcomer.
Breaking news in the weather department for this evening.
Eric grew up in Western Mass, and while he always keeps one eye to the sky, the other is always looking for delicious food.
High pressure right on top of southern New England means lots of sunshine, good golf weather, good barbecue weather.
From seafood on the Cape to Italian in the North End to great craft beer just about anywhere, Eric is always forecasting great meals ahead. And joining us now here at the VIP table is the new chief meteorologist for WBZ TV, Eric Fisher. Welcome back to Boston.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a bucket list moment for me right now.
There it is. You have made it to the VIP table. We're going to talk about food, but listen, you were working in Atlanta for the past few years, down south. Now you're back home in New England. So what are you most looking forward to going out and eating now that you're back?
Seafood, seafood, and seafood. Atlanta, as you might know, quite a ways from the ocean. Decent drive. Seafood, not so much. So it's all going to be about the lobster, the fish, the oysters, the mussels, everything.
So down there is probably a lot of pork-based appetizing food.
You can fry it. Even better.
All right, so let's go through, now that you're back home, some of your favorite places, because you still do. You've been coming back here for many years, and now this is your home again. But we're going to go out west, okay, to Agawam, Massachusetts. When I said, tell me about your favorite restaurants, first place you said was the Federal. What is it? Explain it.
This is a cozy place. This is always a go-to date spot for me and my now wife. We would head up there. You're inside, it seems like someone's house. You're in a living room.
That's a beautiful place.
Beautiful spot. It's carb heavy, so when it's cold outside, this is comfort food, like the little apps on spoons they pass around.
Oh, yeah, those little risotto balls, right?
Bucket of balls, which you look at the menu and go, I don't know if I want to be into this. But you take one bite and you will be sold on that for sure. And the tier of tiny treats. Went there for New Year's Eve one night with my wife.
Yeah.
And we demolished the entire 2 tiers of little desserts.
Yeah, they make some of the best desserts I've ever seen. It's a great place. People want to make the trek out to Western Mass. Now, let's talk about another place. We're gonna go down to the south end of Boston. Now, that's where kind of the cool people, the trendy people, they're all going to the south end. Your spot down there is called Masa. Explain that one.
Masa, it's a fun atmosphere type of place. You go in, music's playing, salsa usually. Everyone's dancing around sometimes. They have evenings where they have salsa dancing. Margaritas, sangria, always good. And they're always smaller portions. You can get a lot of little appetizers. I'm not big on entrees.
Right.
You usually want to try a bunch of different things. They're great for that.
Do you actually try any of the salsa dancing while you're there? Or
I try to spare people. You mentioned the cool people to hang out in the south end.
Not so much.
Not fitting the bill with that.
Although I bet you predict the weather better than almost any of the other salsa dancers. Probably.
That's true, unless Barry's walking in.
That's a good point. Barry Burbank has been known. He can move. You're right. He can shake it. All right, now let's go back out a little bit further west of Boston. It's the town of Groton, okay? A lot of farmland out in that area. And smack dab in hundreds of acres of farmland, there's this building. It's called the Gibbet Hill Grill. This is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime and a real New England kind of experience.
Yes, this is one that needs to be on your list, absolutely, because they're doing tons of weddings. I myself got married here at Gibbet Hill.
Wow.
And the story here is all steak. I mean, if you're into this sort of thing, you can look out the window, you see your dinner, or at least a future dinner. You know it's fresh, and it tastes delicious.
Yeah, not even just the steak you can see outside, but all the produce. I mean, they're growing everything right there on the site. It's an awesome place for comfort food. And all the side, even just anything that comes in that little cast iron skillet, like a little side, makes it all that more appetizing, that much more comforting.
It's a good-looking farmhouse, and it's cold outside. They've got these big stone fireplaces. It's just a cozy place.
All right, now I want you to break the bank, okay? This is the night. You have the anniversary, the big birthday, whatever it is. You're going to splurge. You're going to go to Blue Ginger in Wellesley, which a lot of people that talk about a bucket list, a lot of people want to eat there. Why do you love it there?
It's just, you need a special night. Yeah. It's an occasion. It's Valentine's Day. It's a birthday. It's something you want to make a little bit different than your normal night out. Well, this is going to be the place. The presentation is unbelievable. And actually, the chef, Ming Tsai, I'm sure everyone has heard of at this point, he kind of tutored a guy who had a restaurant in Springfield. So when I worked in Springfield, I went to his place. You could tell it had bled through that fusion type of thing. And the fish, was it the butterfish? The
butterfish, yeah, the sake miso sable fish, yes.
It is worth every penny.
It's Eric Fisher, the guy knows weather. He also obviously knows his food, and he's right here at the VIP table.